Hello everyone. In this video I want to show you a solution to the 7-Eleven problem. So what is the 7-Eleven problem? A guy walks into a 7-Eleven store and selects 4 items to buy. The clerk at the counter informs the gentleman that the total cost of the 4 items is $7.11. He was completely surprised that the cost was the same as the name of the store. The clerk informed the man that he simply multiplied the cost of each item and arrived at the total. The customer calmly informed the clerk that the items should be added and not multiplied. The clerk then added the items together and informed the customer that the total was still exactly $7.11. What are the exact costs of each item? And we also get 2 hints. First one, do not use 4 nested for loops because the solution is too slow. And second, this problem can only be solved by using integers. So, to recap the problem, a guy walks into a store and he buys 4 items. So we can say A, B, C, and D. And the total is $7.11 for this. And the first hint also kinda gives the solution away. We are only supposed to use less than 4 nested for loops. So, how can we solve this by using 3 nested for loops? We can use a little bit of math here and we can say just solve the equation for D. So D equals $7.11 minus A, B, and C. So for the right part, we can write 3 nested for loops and then we will have D. And then we just have to check that this equation solves to $7.11. So let's jump into the code. Okay, so we have 4 variables, int A, int B, int C, int D. And we can write our first loop, so we can say for A equals 1, A is smaller equals than 711, A plus plus, so for A. Then we can say for B equals 1, B smaller equals 711, B plus plus. And the third loop, B is it's C. Smaller equals 711, C plus plus. Okay, so we have our 3 loops and now we can actually solve this equation here. So we can say D equals 711 because the second hint says problem can only be solved by using integers. So we will use 711 instead of $7.11. So 711 minus A plus B plus C. We have all values here, right? We are in the third nested for loop. So now we have a value for D, but we don't need just some value for D. We need a value for D, which is equal to $7.11. So how can we do this? We can say if A times B times C times D, right? Because the clerk, he multiplied 4 items and he got $7.11, and he added them and he got $7.11. So if we multiply all of this, we should get $7.11. But we cannot use $7.11 because we are in the hundreds right now. We converted the cents to integers, right? So we actually we have the following situation here. It is actually 100 times 100 times 100 times 100, because we are like this value is not $1.20, it's 120. So instead of saying $7.11, we have to multiply this by 4 times 100. So it will be not $7.11, it will be 711 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Okay, How do you get to this value? We just say, we already have it here, 100 times 100 times 100 times 100. You can just have it here, times 100 times 100 times 100. So it's 100 million, so we can just then say it's 100, 123, times 711. This is actually then this value here. Okay. Then, when we have this value, we can print our result. We have the 4 values, so we can say printf a equals it will be now for the solution we will convert it back to floats again, to cents, and not use integers. Okay, so we will say 8 is a float, %f, then b equals %f, c equals %f, and d equals %f. And how do we convert it back to a cents? We just say a divided by 100 times 0, so it will be float, b divided by 100 times 0, c divided by 100 times 0, and d divided by 100 times 0, and this should be the solution. So yeah, as we can see, we are getting some solutions here, and we could also then say maybe \n for line break. Solution's not so ugly, and we can just check first line here. So 1.2 plus 1.25 plus 5 plus 1.6. 1.2 plus 1.25 plus 0.5 plus 1.6. So what is wrong here? The formatting is kind of bad, so let's say c equals d equals. So actually got the wrong numbers here. Okay, now
Okay, so we got the solution, and now we can check it. 1.2 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 3.16. It's 711, and we can just multiply everything now. 1.2 times 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.6, also 711. And this is the solution for the 711 problem.